This is how sustainable tourism can save Kenya's coast. Tourism is not just a leisure activity in Kenya, it's a powerhouse that fuels the nation's economy, contributing over 10% to the nation's gross domestic product as of 2022. Tourism is far more than recreation. It's a vital economic engine. It provides 5.5% of direct formal employment, offering livelihoods to countless individuals across the country. Additionally, it contributes 4.2% to national gross fixed capital formation, spurring new investments and driving development forward. But the impact of tourism extends beyond these numbers. In Kenya's coastal regions, tourism supports local economies and livelihoods in profound ways. It energizes sectors like hotels, transportation, and entertainment, while promoting marine activities such as snorkeling and diving. This industry creates a multiplier effect that benefits construction, infrastructure, trade, and agriculture. Local communities thrive on the influx of visitors and the businesses that serve them. At the heart of this thriving industry lies Kenya's natural environment, the backbone of its appeal to tourists from around the world. The country's breathtaking beaches, rich forests, and abundant wildlife are not just scenic attractions, they are essential assets that draw visitors and sustain the economy. Natural wonders like mangrove forests, coral reefs, sandy beaches, and seagrass beds are crucial. The allure of Kenya's beauty underscores the critical need to preserve these ecosystems. The economic prosperity of coastal industries is closely linked to the sustainable use of these precious resources. The very activities that fuel this industry also pose significant challenges to the environment. Tourism demands considerable resources, notably energy and water used in hospitality facilities. The increased consumption of natural resources like water and seafood strains local supplies. Moreover, higher levels of waste generation threaten to degrade natural environments. Improper disposal of waste leads to pollution affecting both land and sea, jeopardizing the ecosystems upon which tourism depends. The risks of unsustainable consumption and production are real and pressing. If the natural and cultural attributes that draw visitors are lost, the potential for economic disaster looms large. Therefore, there is an urgent need for sustainable practices within the tourism industry. Tourism can and must act as an agent of change. By adopting sustainable consumption and production methods, the industry can mitigate negative impacts on the environment. Tourists themselves play a crucial role. Through mindful choices, they can support sustainable and regenerative tourism, helping to transform destinations toward a more sustainable model. Enhancing sustainability practices is essential for the long-term viability and resilience of the tourism sector. Preserving the environment not only maintains the attractiveness of destinations, but also supports the economic well-being of communities that rely on tourism. Kenya's tourism industry stands at a pivotal crossroads between prosperity and decline. The actions we take today will determine its future. Stakeholders must understand the intrinsic link between tourism and the environment to safeguard both. The time to act is now. To truly grasp how we can steer towards sustainability, we need to explore the state of consumption and production in cities around the world. Urbanization is reshaping our world, but without sustainable practices, this transformation could lead us down a troubling path. In 2016, global leaders convened at the Third United Nations Conference on Housing and Sustainable Urban Development. They adopted the New Urban Agenda, a visionary plan setting a new standard for urban governance and sustainable development for the next 2 decades. The following year, Kenya embraced this agenda, tailoring it to address the unique realities and complexities of its urban areas. This strategic plan, spanning from 2016 to 2036, outlines 8 priority action areas. A critical focus among them is tackling unsustainable consumption and production patterns. Consider this: cities consume about 60% of the world's domestic materials. Resources like sand, gravel, iron ore, coal, and wood are essential for construction and daily life. With global population growth and more people migrating to urban centers, it's projected that by 2050, our annual resource requirements will increase exponentially. This surge brings immense sustainability challenges. Urban areas must manage housing, infrastructure, basic services, food security, health, education, employment, safety, and natural resources, all while ensuring these systems are sustainable and resilient. For coastal cities, the stakes are even higher. If growth is not carefully planned, it can severely harm marine and coastal ecosystems. These ecosystems are not only alluring, they're vital for food security, alleviating poverty, and promoting the blue economy. Unfortunately, unsustainable consumption and production patterns, especially in the tourism industry, are leading to the degradation of these natural resources. This degradation ironically threatens the very industry that depends on them. Research by the UN World Tourism Organization, World Meteorological Organization, and UNEP estimates that tourism-related activities contribute up to 5% of global emissions. A report from 2018 suggests this figure has risen to 9%. As our cities grow and human activities intensify, the imperative to adopt sustainable consumption and production practices becomes ever more critical. Failing to address these challenges could lead to further environmental degradation, threatening both the viability of the tourism industry and the quality of life in urban areas. Urbanization presents us with both opportunities and challenges. The path we choose now will determine the future of our cities and the health of our planet. To understand how these global issues specifically impact Kenya's coastal cities, we need to delve deeper into their unique circumstances and explore the steps being taken and those that still need to be taken to secure a sustainable future. Kenya's coastal regions are not just beautiful landscapes, they are the lifeblood of the nation's thriving tourism industry. Let's begin with Kilifi County, where tourism stands as a main economic activity. Popular destinations like Watamu, Malindi, and Kilifi Town attract visitors from all over the world. This area is rich in attractions, including wildlife, stunning beaches, vibrant culture, heritage sites, and significant historical landmarks. One of Kilifi's treasures is the Arabuko Sokoke Forest Reserve, home to rare wildlife species including unique butterflies found nowhere else on Earth. This forest, along with Maida Creek, is designated as an important bird and biodiversity area and recognized as a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. Kilifi also boasts marine protected areas like the Malindi Marine National Park, Watamu Marine National Reserve, and the Kiruwitu Marine Area. These sanctuaries protect vibrant coral reefs and marine life, offering unparalleled experiences for eco-tourists and marine enthusiasts. The county's cultural and historical heritage is equally rich. It showcases Swahili, Arab, and Mijikenda cultures, the sacred Kaya forests, and archaeological sites that tell stories of the past. The history of slave trade settlements and routes adds depth to the area's historical significance. With unrivaled beaches and marine-based activities, Kilifi offers recreation like no other. Creeks at Mtwapa, Maida, Kilifi, Ngomeni, and Fundisa Bay provide settings for ecotourism and exciting water sports. To welcome visitors, Kilifi has over 378 registered accommodations, including hotels, villas, cottages, lodges, and guest houses, with a bed capacity of 12,085. Domestic tourism is flourishing, showing a 15.9% growth in bed nights since 2016 and expanding by 72% since 2010. Moving south to Kwale County, the allure continues. Diani Beach has been voted the best beach destination in Africa for 5 consecutive years, and it's clear why. Kwale's attractions include pristine beaches, marine parks, wildlife reserves, and cultural sites. The Shimba Hills National Reserve is home to the rare sable antelope, while the Mwaluganje Sanctuary, Kisite Ompunguti Marine Park, Shimoni Caves, and the Congo Mosque add to the county's diverse offerings. There's also untapped tourism potential on islands like Funzi and Wasini, as well as opportunities in sports tourism. Kwale accommodates visitors with 22 tourist class hotels and a bed capacity of 5,098, along with many unclassified establishments. Then there's Mombasa County, a melting pot of experiences offering beach tourism, cultural tourism, sports tourism, and wildlife attractions. Mombasa's rich history is tangible. The Fort Jesus Museum, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stands as a testament to the city's storied past. The old Arab town and old port invite visitors to step back in time and experience the city's cultural heritage. The white sandy beaches are a magnet for both international and domestic tourists. The Mombasa Marine Park teems with diverse marine life, while private nature trails like Hela Park and the Butterfly Pavilion offer serene escapes. Mombasa enjoys the highest bed occupancy in coastal Kenya, driven by leisure and conference tourism. The industry is a cornerstone of the local economy, accounting for over 68% of wage employment. With approximately 201 registered hotels and lodges and a bed capacity of 8,000 beds, the county sees bed occupancy rates ranging from 30 to 99% during peak seasons. As we have seen, tourism is a major economic driver in Kenya's coastal counties, supporting local economies and providing employment. The blend of natural beauty, cultural heritage, and recreational facilities makes these regions prime destinations. However, to ensure this prosperity continues, adopting sustainable practices is not just beneficial, it is essential. Addressing environmental challenges will help maintain the attractiveness of these destinations and support economic prosperity for generations to come. To understand how to save Kenya's coastal cities, experts have proposed comprehensive solutions that could chart a sustainable path forward. The future of Kenya's tourism industry hinges on one critical shift: embracing sustainable practices that protect our environment while promoting economic growth. To secure a restorative and regenerative tourism economy, we must transition from a linear model of take, make, and dispose to a circular economy. This approach emphasizes increasing reuse and durability, regenerating biodiversity, and transforming waste into raw materials for new products. Implementing sustainable consumption and production practices, or SCPs, is essential. Reports by the UN World Tourism Organization and UNEP highlight that effective policy making is important. However, we must also go beyond it. Consumers play a pivotal role in this transformation. Their support and demand for sustainable options can drive the industry toward more responsible practices. The demand for responsible tourism is growing. Research indicates that establishments promoting themselves as eco-friendly are twice as likely to attract environmentally conscious customers. Tourists increasingly prefer staying in hotels that demonstrate a commitment to sustainability. In summary, sustainable tourism is not just an option, it is a necessity for the longevity of Kenya's coastal destinations. By embracing sustainable consumption and production practices, involving consumers, and implementing strategic planning, we can ensure that tourism continues to thrive without compromising our precious natural environments. We acknowledge the great work by the University of Nairobi Faculty of Law's Maritime Center, one of the leading maritime research and training institutions in Africa, in collaboration with the Western Indian Ocean Marine Science Association, or WIOMSA, which funded this research. Their research delves deeper into critical issues such as international, regional, and national regulatory frameworks that support climate action in tourism. They have conducted field studies to gather real data about these challenges and explored best practices and lessons from other jurisdictions. To access the full report and dive deeper into these critical findings, reach out to the Maritime Center directly. Visit their website to learn more about their groundbreaking work and explore opportunities for collaboration or funding. Together, We can support African research and contribute to a sustainable future for tourism and our environment. I hope you found this exploration enlightening. Now, here's a word from our sponsor. How do you increase the impact of your research while opening up more funding opportunities and getting the credit you deserve for the hard work and important contributions you and your organization have made? You create engaging video content. Why? Because studies show that video is 4 times more effective than other communication methods. Not only do viewers retain 85% more of the information, but they're also 52% more likely to share it, amplifying your reach and increasing the impact of your research. Video doesn't just inform, it captivates, educates, and inspires action. But I know what you're thinking. How do I take complex research and turn it into something the public will understand? The quality of your work deserves to be showcased in a way that is both accessible and engaging without losing its depth or significance. That's where we come in, transforming your research into compelling video narratives that tell a story, simplify complexity, and connect with your audience on a deeper level. Ridgemont Africa has produced over 50 videos across a wide range of research topics, from economic policy to communication science and organizational development. Our content has reached over 10,000 viewers and has been shared more than 1,000 times, amplifying the reach and impact of the research we bring to life. The path to making your research more impactful and accessible is right in front of you. It's a little expensive, but it's worth the opportunity to increase your reach, secure more funding, and receive the recognition your work deserves. Are you ready to take the next step? Let's bring your research to life. Join us for an exclusive event where you'll not only explore the potential of engaging video narratives for your research, but also connect with leading researchers and funding organizations. It's an opportunity to learn, network, and discover new ways to amplify your work's impact. Don't miss out on this chance to elevate the impact of your research. Click the link in the description to register now or to reach out with any inquiries. Elevating the impact of your research the right way. Coming soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click on your screen to watch another video from us. All the best, and until next time.